Oh, we came into the tournament. I know we were an 8 seed, but I really felt this year in the conference that the top eight. I always hear it from as an assistant in this league from 2000 to 2004, and obviously have been here for 4 years as a head coach, and I've never seen a 1 through 8 probably as good as this year. So we had a lot of injuries. We lost Mary Rambo during the year, and we had to figure out a way to make that up, and it took us a little while. And lately down the stretch, the last few months, we've been playing good basketball. So I'm happy that we're here. I'm really happy that we're in the championship, and I'm not so surprised. And we beat a great team in Mines, and we beat Springs, who I have a ton of respect for, like their players. I think they're one of the easily most talented teams, and they have been for the last couple of years. It was just, trying to get her to spots where she can shoot a lower percentage. That really was. We didn't talk about stopping her. We didn't talk, like that's an impossible feat. You just can't do it. And it's not realistic if you tell your players, like we need to shut her down. Like that's not a realistic statement to make to your team. So we were trying to crowd her as much as possible. We were trying to force her drives into some help, and that's really all you can do. And 7 for 16, like that's what you need against her. The games that she still had 16 points, but it was off 16 field goal attempts, and that's probably as best as we could have done. We talked in the timeout. We just talked about our resolve. We had a resolve coming into the Mines game. We had a resolve coming in tonight, and we needed to weather the storm. And our game plan, I thought we were pretty confident in that, and we just needed we hit a few shots, and that kind of got us settled into the game. And then from there, we really executed defensively. I think they had maybe, I don't know what they had at halftime, 25 maybe or something like that, which is crazy. Like in that, that's really what it was, to hold them, to a lower point total in the half, and we got into a good rhythm offensively, but we were feeding off of our defense.
Well, it was a lot of heart. Like, our whole team was like amped up to play this game, and so coming in off the bench, like I just like fed off of my own teammates' like heart and desire, and kind of like tried to add my own. And I think offensive rebounds is a great way to get us going, and Dallas, when she's wide open, she's going to hit. So it's like just a great way to get wide open shots, and it's like just gets us going because people get excited when you get offensive rebounds. So
yeah, there's always going to be nerves, but like Coach said, like you just got to fight through the storm, and that's even with personal things, getting to the line. But I don't know, I feel like we knocked them down, and we knew they were going in, just confidence. Just that I want us to win. Like, we all want to win, and it's really do whatever's necessary, and we all have that mindset, which is why we're coming out right now. Playing as a team, defensively, offensively, driving, kicking, finding the open man, whatever it is, getting the rebound, or 5 in a row in one possession, getting the steal, or assisting, just getting any stop you can, giving them no edge.
Sometimes it just happens you get into a better rhythm as a team. And sometimes, we went through, that was part of the stretch where we lost a couple games by big margins. And UCCS, the first time we played them, they shot 28 threes, but they shot 60% from three. Like, we were taking away the inside, and they were all hitting. And sometimes like that, you just, what can you do? And they deserved to win that game, and the way they shot it, you're just hoping that's hard to replicate. We've changed a little bit defensively in terms of, we switch a lot more. We try to get matchups. We try to force people into certain spots. And it's taken a little while, but they didn't have the same looks that they had that first game, and that made a big difference. But, you can't – that's one of those games where they played so well the first time. There's really not even any comparison. We didn't talk about that game. We used some of the things that we broke down on defensively to try to fix for this one. But it really wasn't like we didn't look back at that and say, they beat us that game, and they deservedly so. So I don't know. The pressure of, that's the tough part when you're up big, and it's do you get overly aggressive? Do you, like try to break the press and run some clock? And we were caught right in the mix. And, when a team is desperate like that and they're coming and they're trapping, it's something that you don't see from them a lot and you don't really prepare for. We have things in place to try to handle that pressure, but it's tough when it's coming at you and the momentum of the game is turned a little bit. We handled it enough. Like it got down. Not happy with some of the threes that we gave up late. Like we got to force a couple of those shooters to put the ball on the floor. Because that was the big momentum in their run. But if you come out of it, you can learn from it. And it's good that we were put in that pressure situation because that only helps somewhere down the road.
Feeling when you come into a game?
Yeah, I think it would help anybody just for the fact that it's like one or done. It gives you that edge, that a question towards yourself of, do you want to end here or do you want to continue to play with this team? And none of us want to quit. None of us want to stop playing with each other. That comes with team camaraderie, and we don't want to stop, so we're going to keep going as far as we can.